Hi there beauties! Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing some tips and advice for your baby's first few months of their life. Some parenting strategies that helped our days go by a little smoother, and some preparation tips for your baby's arrival. I'm sharing this with you guys in hopes that you would find this helpful in any way. I learned some of these along the way, and I was also taught. So I will be starting with the preparation phase. I want to highly suggest you mommies to create a baby registry. This will definitely help you out throughout your pregnancy. It's gonna help you list all the baby items that you want, that you think you need, and you can share your links with your family, with your loved ones. If you're having a baby shower, you can add it to your invitations, and that way people can see what you want and just make it easier on them to purchase you a gift for your little one. One thing I didn't know about baby registries until I created mine, it'll ask you to input the due date, the estimated due date of your baby, and once it gets closer to that date, you'll receive 15% off on most items, and 15% off is a good chunk, especially when you're buying multiple things. I created a Target registry and an Amazon registry, and both registries offered me 15% off most items closer to my baby's estimated arrival. So you'll be setting yourself up for some great discounts in the long run if you're interested in it, which I highly recommend because baby items are a little pricey. You can definitely find some affordable items, which I created a video, so if you would like to learn about some affordable baby essentials, I recommend you to look at the first video I ever created. So I'll try to attach it or link it anywhere here. Another thing is, let's say you received two of the same items. If they purchased it through your baby registry, you can go ahead and return it or exchange it, and you'll receive store credit for that item, and you can purchase something else that you were eyeing for your baby or any of that. So creating a baby registry is a great way to start working your way into the preparation necessities for baby. I want to get into organizing your baby items, your baby's things. After the baby shower, I just had everything in a corner piled up, and I was like, I'll get to it when I get the energy. Eventually I had to break it all down, find space for all my baby stuff. Thankfully, it all worked out. One thing I do recommend, if you can, is having a baby closet for all your baby's items. I put everything for later use towards the back and kept anything that he'll be needing for his first few months. It's a great system that's been working out for us. When it came to organizing my baby's clothes, oh my god, I think it was one of the best things. One of my favorite preparation things for baby's arrival was looking at all their clothes, just folding it and putting it in the drawers and dividing it. I loved it. I love that part. I do recommend washing your baby's clothes just to have it, nice and fresh for them. You know, babies have very sensitive, delicate skin, so I just wanted everything to be nice and clean and ready for him to use and wear. I grabbed all the newborn to 3-month sizes that I knew I would be needing first, and then separating them by sizes, by long sleeve, by styles. Are they onesies? Are they pajamas? Are they bottoms? And as he grows, you'll maintain the same system just for their larger sizes. One thing I got was this cool little printer on Amazon. It was like 13 bucks, and you connect it to your phone. It has Bluetooth, and then you just type out whatever you want to write, and then it'll print out a little sticky, like a little tag. So what I did on my drawers, once I open it, I put newborn sizes, 0 to 3 months, long sleeves, PJs, onesies, etc. Since I organized, I knew where everything was, but I made it mainly for my husband and for my mom, just in case they needed to get something in specific. They could just read a little label and be like, oh, okay, easy. So I feel like this made their lives a little easier. I will attach the link to this, and you can use it for many things like birthday gift tags and etc. That was like another cool little thing while I was getting his clothes ready and all of that. I want to tell you moms and dads, if you're watching, to trust your motherly and fatherly instincts. You will know what I mean when you have your baby in your arms. There will be a lot of people, many people, that will have their own opinions and their own beliefs and try to talk them into your ear. Allow yourself to only take what resonates with you, what feels true to you. In my experience, it was like every third person trying to give their advice. Here I am giving you guys advice. Funny, but you'll know when someone is true and genuine and when someone is just giving their unsolicited advice and just throwing it at you just because they think it's right. You're gonna find, and hopefully you don't, but if you encounter people just throwing advice at you and trying to make you feel that that is the way to raise your baby or that is a way to go about a specific situation regarding your baby, allow yourself to listen and just simply take in what makes sense with you. A lot of people may just come with good intentions and sharing such tips and advice with you, so just keep that in mind. Feel free to express yourself if you're feeling overwhelmed by people's unsolicited advice. Kindly ask them to not share that with you, or just nod your head and be like, thank you for your advice, and move on. I do want to say, once my baby arrived and we started going to doctor visits, that was another thing that I learned to trust my motherly instincts. Many doctors make their suggestions based off a broad spectrum, meaning they're gonna be telling you or giving you these recommendations and advice for your baby based off their general guidelines. Every baby is different. And yes, they're updating as the years are going by, but trust me, nobody will know your baby better than you will. And you will understand that once you have your baby. You will learn their communication signals. You will learn why they're crying a specific way. Just be as patient as you can be. I also want to say, ask any and every question you have, but also only take what feels true and right to you and for your baby. Do your research on your own. Ask not just one, but many doctors if you get a chance to. That way you'll have different resources to base your answer from. I'm moving into baby's arrival. The first month is the most challenging as you're learning to adapt to this new lifestyle. In my experience, I felt like I was just on a high of all these hormones of just having my baby in my arms after so many months and months of them being in the womb. That first month, I was just in awe. I was in love. I was head over heels for this baby. But as the days continue to progress, that lack of sleep, that schedule you once were on is all over the place. I want to say beginning the second week, that's when it all starts hitting you and you're like, whoa. You realize it's a drastic change to your lifestyle. It's beautiful and you'll learn that as the days continue to pass by. Don't be afraid, don't be scared, and don't tell yourself you can't do it, because you can do it. You received this blessing for a reason. You became a parent to a beautiful little being for a bigger reason than just to be a mom and to be a dad. In my experience, I've learned that as challenging as some days are, those challenges push me to be a better version of myself. They push me in a good way to grow out of my comfort. Parenthood faces you with so many new challenges, adventures, feelings, emotions on a daily basis, and you just learn to navigate life that way. I personally feel it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful perspective we get to live life through. One thing I've learned since becoming a mom is patience on a whole new level. There's some days where I lose my patience. There are others where I remind myself that I have the patience to sit here and care for my baby, to sit here and hug my baby. That's just one of the things that I've learned. Okay, I want to move on into baby's first instincts. Babies, for the most part, they have a cycle of feeding, peeing and pooping, and sleeping. If your baby is crying, I would suggest you to create a mental or a paper checklist of these three main things to help you figure out why your baby is crying. So example, your baby is crying. Therefore, you would look over your checklist, whether you wrote it down or in your mind. Is my baby hungry? You go ahead and feed him. Are they still upset? Are they still crying? Are they still fussy? Let's change the diaper. Okay, he's all clean, he's all fed. What is it now? They're probably sleepy, so try to put him on a nap. So after all those things are checked off, in my experience, our baby would calm down 90% of the time. And if not, he was just having a very expressive moment, and you just let them ride that wave. Give them that space, allow them to cry, because sometimes if you're just trying to get them to quiet down or calm down, it's not helping. So take a deep breath, allow your baby to be as expressive as they're wishing to be during those moments. They eventually will quiet out. I promise you, they're not gonna cry their little hearts off for the whole day. But if they are crying after a significant amount of time, you should definitely take in a deeper look. Patience is key. I learned a new meaning of this as time went on, and I am still learning, because every day, I tell you, is a new day. They're evolving each and every day, and we just gotta go with their flow and just take it day by day. I also want to suggest a logging app to log babies' feedings, babies' naps, and babies' wet diapers. This really helped me see if my baby was hydrated, if he was peeing and pooping enough. We heard the phrase 6 wet diapers and at least 1 poo-poo diaper a day means that your baby is nicely hydrated, and it's just a good sign that your baby's systems are functioning as they should. The one I specifically used was Cubtail, and it allowed me to log all his wet diapers, his breastfeedings, or when I were to pump any bottle feedings he had, and so many more things. Also, his development phases as he was growing, you can also log that. I want to suggest you to allow yourself to receive any help that is being offered, as long as you feel comfortable with it, of course. The first few days are a lot. Your main focus should be your baby, should be yourself and your partner. If there is somebody willing to come visit you guys, help you out with any laundry, help you out with any chores you want to get to, feel comfortable with asking them to do you such a favor. Not only will that give you a peace of mind, but it will help your space out. It will help you get the attention for your baby, yourself, and your partner. That is very delicate in those first few stages of your baby. Ask for any food. Ask people to hold your baby for a few minutes while you hop in the shower and take your time in the shower. Take your time with eating and enjoying your meal. I emphasize these things because the first month I would find myself rushing to eat. I would find myself rushing to shower, and I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that because I thankfully had help, had extra hands to help me. And even though I knew they were there not rushing me, something within me was like, oh my god, I need to hurry up. I need to hurry up and get these things done. But no, take your time, because you're gonna go back to your baby regardless, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Take your time as long as you feel your baby is in good hands. And you should only leave your baby in somebody's care in which you feel comfortable with. I do want to say, if you don't have an extra hand, just hang in there and be easy on yourself. Take it day by day, moment by moment. The most important thing in these first few stages of life is making sure your baby is feeling good, is comfortable. Make sure you also care for yourself as you're caring for your baby, and be as present as you possibly can. Whatever chores you have around you, don't worry of getting them done on a daily basis as you were once used to, because they're always gonna be there. But these moments with your baby, these first few days, weeks with your little one, are only there for that moment. So be present and enjoy them as much as you can. I have a soon-to-be 6-month-old, and wow, like the rate at which they grow is incredible to witness on a daily basis. I'm with him literally every single day, and I still remember those first few weeks feeling like they were going by so slow. Fast forward to now, I'm like, wow, where did time go? It just amazes me to witness babies grow, to witness my baby grow. It's a blessing, and I love it. I'm here for it. One thing that I did for myself that helped me was voice that I needed a shower every day in the morning to be able to be as present as I could have possibly be and feel ready for the day. That allowed me to feel fresh, to feel ready for whatever the day was going to bring. So I want to suggest you to find that one thing, whether it's coffee run, make yourself some coffee at home, some tea, have a few minutes, a few moments of just peace and quiet, a 10-minute nap, go for a stroll, read a book, read a few pages, whatever you need, allow yourself to do that. Make it a gift for yourself on a daily basis. And I promise you, whatever you choose that to be, it will change up your mood. It will change up your feeling of being present, of feeling present, and you will just be ready for whatever the day brings. Mine was a shower, as I mentioned. After I would get out the shower and freshen myself up, I was like, all right, here I am, give me my baby, like let's get this day started. And to this day, it's still one of the things that I need to be present for myself, for my family, and for my baby. I want to suggest you guys to create a routine that will allow you to feel in control of something, in control of your day, whether it's a morning routine, a nighttime routine. Create a routine for the new lifestyle you are adjusting to. I was told multiple times from the doctor, oh, don't worry about creating a nighttime routine. Your baby won't understand. Their circadian rhythm is out of whack right now, so you don't need to worry about that. I want to say the routine is mainly for us parents to feel in control of an important portion of our day. We chose to establish a routine for night. And to this day, 5 months in, we have the same exact night routine. No matter if baby didn't go to sleep, no matter if he woke up in the middle of the night, we maintain the same routine, and I can say it's been one of the greatest decisions we've stuck to, because our baby sleeps throughout the night, and our restful nights increase when we took it upon ourselves to create these routines. We began our nighttime routine, I want to say like a good month in, and our routine simply was closer to like 9 p.m, lights are out, put on his white noise music and just feed him, and he would knock out. And it's been the same thing. Create a routine whenever you feel ready. It will pay off, I promise you. I also wanted to touch on baby hygiene I wasn't aware of. I feel there's not a lot of doctors or nurses that will tell you how to care for your baby's hygiene unless you ask or unless you do your own research. I was taught that we need to gently clean your baby's mouth. Obviously they don't have teeth, but they still consume and eat, drink milk. I was taught was to get a gauze, very smooth gauze, and just with some mild warm water, wrap the gauze around your finger and soak it in the water and gently pass it over your baby's gums, your baby's tongue, and that's the way you clean it. Another thing I learned along the way was babies can get cradle cap. And what cradle cap is, it's when they get a lot of dryness or flakiness on their scalp. So grab some baby oil and massage their little scalps very gently, and with a fine comb, gently comb their scalp against their hair, against it like this way, and it will start lifting the dry patches that gets accumulated on their scalp. Try doing that a good 15 minutes before you give them a bath. Even if you're not planning on giving them a bath that day, still do it and let the oil soak in their scalp. If it does become thick, you don't want to peel it off, so just make sure to maintain your baby's scalp hydrated. So clip baby's nails, because you don't want them to scratch their face. Their skin is very, very fine, very delicate, very thin. Babies are always moving their hands and doing all these kinds of things with their arms, so it's so easy for them to accidentally scratch themselves and literally like leave a mark. So just be aware to trim your baby's nails. Be very, very careful. It is a little hard since they have teeny fingernails, and just cover their hands with mittens or little gloves to avoid any scratches on their face. I also want to say, as your baby is drinking milk, it tends to just drip to their sides, and since they have rolls and rolls on their neck, that starts like accumulating like this funky, cheesy smell. So just be aware to clean your baby's neck with a little wipey and they'll be set. I feel like it can also cause like some irritation on their skin since their skin is very sensitive. So just keep in mind, since babies don't shower or get a bath every single day, we just want to take note of this baby hygiene that will help them out. Last but not least, I want to give this piece of advice that changed our world. Don't be afraid to take your baby out on your own. Don't be afraid to drive with your baby by yourself. Obviously, the first month you want to remain inside with your baby and not just have him out and about with so many people around. But once you guys are ready to make this next step into going out and showing your baby the world, I want to suggest you moms or dads to not be afraid to drive with your baby by yourself. I was afraid and I was very avoidant to make this step. The fear of mine was, oh my gosh, what if he starts crying and I'm over here driving and all I can do is pull aside and have him calm down. But it was a fear that I was creating in my own mind that was limiting me. Once I did it, it literally unlocked a whole new world, and I want to say thanks to my friend for giving me the courage to do so and for sharing her thoughts and opinions with why and how she managed to go out with her baby by herself. And once I heard her, I realized it wasn't a big deal as I was making it seem in my mind. And so once I took the step to finally drive with my baby alone, I started going to the store really quick, which is 3 minutes away, then 7 minutes away. Then I just kept adding up until now. I drive with my baby for longer periods and I don't have that fear and anxiety that I was putting on myself. Now we have the ability to go out on a park date, go out on a coffee date by ourselves with another friend, and it's been one of the best things. So I want to suggest you guys to learn how to move and do things with your baby sooner rather than later, because they are here for a good while and we are here with them for a good while. That is all for today's video. I hope you were able to find these tips and strategies helpful for you and your little one and your family for this new lifestyle, for this new phase, this new evolution in your life. If you would like to share, go for it. This is here for all of you guys, and I truly appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this. I really hope I was able to help you out with any of these tips and strategies. Stay tuned for a next one. Bye!